Hello everyone, I'm Johan Rodrik and at the moment I'm here presenting or making a little review of my old drawing pad or my sketchbook that I decided to cut up into individual drawings that I can put into a display book rather than having it in a spiral bound sketch pad as they are usually made, and it's absolutely unpresentable and gets worn out pretty quickly. So I have some spare pages over there also, so I didn't want to continue drawing in the sketch pad because I didn't want to ruin the drawings in front. So now I got this problem solved too, that I cut the drawings out, and these drawings I have made, including this one on the top here, I made in 2010, so it's actually 8 years old now. And that's a felt tip pen and ink pen drawing. Ink pen is one of my favorite tools alongside felt tip pens and markers that like make bigger lines, and I like working with some line like those here, and some long time ago I used ink pen to draw. I quite dislike the graphite pencil. I like colored pencils for drawing, and I like markers and brushes and some extent pastels, but yeah, over time ink pen like this has been my longest favorite, alongside painting, of course. I sometimes switch between techniques. I paint like some time, and then I will like get sick of painting for some time, and I switch to drawing for a period, and when I have done all over my career of drawing and painting. Well, it's not quite career because it's not a job. No one has ever paid me for drawing something, and I am unable to draw something on a given subject. If somebody asks me to draw something for me, then I most likely refuse, because they always ask something that I don't feel good drawing, and I can't work with a given subject. So this is something I can't do. I can only do and only draw on subjects that I have personally chosen to draw, and that's pretty much the only way how I draw, and how all of my drawings presented anywhere have been made, and paintings as well. Very rarely I get along with a given subject, and then I have done some commission work, but usually it does not work out unless you want me to draw a happy fish or paint a happy fish for you. That I'll do. I made an exception for my artworks, that happy fish is the exception and it's exempt for that. But I only draw happy fish. I don't draw anything else with it. And this is commission work that is specified as given, not as a given subject, but I gave the subject that this is an option to get it. And yeah, here's like one of my other passion is listening to music, and then I like to draw stage scenes and speakers and something. Here I sketched a little speaker, and I'm planning to do something of digital remixes of these artworks I have made over time. That I have taken a drawing of mine and a painting of mine, and I have edited them together into a third artwork. Like maybe sometimes I do 3 or 4 artworks that I have in separate form, and I will like put them together into one artwork, and I will add something to this, or I add this to somewhere. Sometimes I'm having my photographs that I have taken, and I'll mix my drawing and my photograph together, so I'll get something, and I like doing it. Sometimes I'm making a still life and nature photo I have made earlier. I put it together, and it's online as well. And I have a series of artworks like this. And I'm making all artworks that I have are actually in series. I have diverse subjects and diverse looking artworks, so I have them categorized based on similarity. And as a little side note about listening music, I like to listen to music at home in using a speaker or headphones or something, or at my car as I'm driving around. But I completely dislike live music and concert. I absolutely don't like that. But I like drawing some stage and speaker scenes. But live music is quite a no-no to me. Like I absolutely don't like if there's somebody screaming and some noise levels and things like that are in the music that I don't like, and so I steer well clear of any live performances and concerts. But I do like drawing them, and here I made a pen and felt tip pen drawing that is made as a cafe scene, and I have one mistake here works here, sorry. I had in between some landscape position works that I will make a video in part 2, so here is a portrait position only. And here's a little cafe or a bar inspired scene. I've spent quite a few times in a bar or a diner, most likely. I like diners more than bars. I sometimes visit bar as well, though I don't drink. Well, I do. For a coffee and tea And yeah, but for snacks and meals, I usually hit the diner somewhere. And so I like also drawing about diners. And here's one of my mermaid drawing that is also based off an Estonian fairy tale. Somewhat. It wasn't with a mermaid, but I made a mermaid edition, so I knew the story, and I made the drawing a little bit different and made a little sketch of that. So the story actually goes differently, but I have the same concept, but I used my mermaid subject to hit it with it. That's a story about like a lumberjack. That's funny. I like lumberjacking, so that's why I made an alteration on the story. And I'm also an axe thrower and a knife thrower, so axe and lumberjack subject is very dear and close to me. I grew up in a countryside, so no wonder. But the story is principally that lumberjack is chopping down or felling a tree nearby a lake, and his axe, which is old rusty axe, will like fly into the lake, and he is unable to find it. And then it wasn't the mermaid in the original story. I don't remember quite the original story, but there somebody in my story case, in my alteration, I put the mermaid there. A mermaid from a lake comes out and asks the lumberjack, "Did you lose an axe?" The lumberjack says, "Yes, I did." And the mermaid will present the lumberjack an axe made of gold, and asks the lumberjack, "Is this your axe?" And the lumberjack says, "No, that it ain't my axe." And then the mermaid goes back to the lake and brings another axe made of silver, and asks the same question from a lumberjack: "Is this your axe?" Here, like, I put the periodic table signs on it, so maybe I don't know how well is it seen in camera. And asks about the silver axe made of axe head made of silver. I don't know how realistic that actually would be. Well, mermaid is a fiction too, but yeah. But the story is that, and asks the same thing: "Is this your axe?" And the lumberjack says, "No, it ain't my axe." And then the mermaid goes back to the lake again and comes back with a copper axe and asks the same question: "Is this your axe?" The lumberjack says no again. And then it's last time the mermaid goes back to the lake and brings back an old worn out axe that the lumberjack lost, and asked, "Is this your axe?" The lumberjack said, "Yes, it's my axe." And later on the mermaid appreciated lumberjack's honesty, and actually gave all other axes, gold, silver and copper axe, to the lumberjack later on. And the story has one other character also, another lumberjack who also heard this story somewhat, and about mermaid and gold axe and so on. And that other guy also lost an axe the deliberately lost an axe into the lake. Mermaid came out and showed the gold axe, and this other guy lied about it and said that, yeah, that's my axe, that's what I lost. It wasn't the case, and Mermaid just disappeared. And I don't know what actually happened to the other guy. I don't remember the story clearly enough, but in my childhood this fairy tale was what I heard, and that's what I made the illustration for. And this is actually a little bit later. In 2010 I made this illustration. The other drawings I checked, sorry, knocked the camera, and the other drawings I made was in the spring of 2010, and this was in the autumn of 2010, close towards 2011 when I made this one. And I like the story, so it's a nice story about honesty, and that's what I like. So I got inspired and made a sketch like that. And today's last one in portrait position is ink and marker and felt tip pen and marker, art marker, and ink pen drawing. And I'll finish with this one. Oh, okay, there's a paper ends. And that's a biker subject that I made biker drawings that I'll cover in next video. And I'll continue with that style of drawing that I have more like felt tip and pen drawings, and these are all in landscape position. So this was the only one in portrait position that I took here into this video. This is actually a fictionalized character of a person I know, but it's like deep personified and made into a fictional drawing. So I don't know, maybe it's only a little bit similar, but I don't think it's too much similar. It ain't the person anymore. Like, it's just a drawing that I made into a biker type, or I was experimenting with looks and clothing types, so I made something like that. And okay, that's about the last drawing for today, and thank you for watching, and I hope I could shed some light about my drawings, and they opened up a little bit more for you. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.